brainstorming and sharing ideas is the funnest part of the creative process, we decided to skip the boring part of actually making stuff and just do the fun part. I'm your host, Tom Wolma.
I'm Haley Potter.
I'm Andy McFarland.
And this is Creativity Wasted.
They should have Periscopes for music festivals, right? Like they'd be decked out and all these different kind of weird colors. They'd be durable. They'd be foldable into a backpack. And so you just see all these little short chicks, because I'm like 5'1". It's like little short chicks with Periscopes everywhere they go. Because there's no good spot. The closer you are, the worse it is too, because there's not like a distance advantage. So I've thought about that for a while, making my own little mirror box. And of that same schema as well, I've thought about if music festivals and or concerts in general had a little pie section of the audience that would be just for people that are 5'5" and under. Be like, you pay maybe a little bit extra, but just be like, I'm just more into seeing the show than being with my friends. I just want to see the show.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Or giant platform shoes. Still.
Well, because there's been times in my life where, because I've always dated really big guys because they compensate for my height. So it's always 6 foot, 6'2", and they'll come down to my height and be like, I don't know how you live like this. I'm like, oh, you just peek through people's heads. It's not that big of a deal. And he's like, you just don't know any better. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
So the Periscope thing, couldn't you just bring one?
I do have one. I've bought one from, I have made one. So they have one for little kids though. And it's just this little bamboo one. But because if they sold them at music festivals, had them in really trippy colors and stuff, and marketed them specifically towards that crowd, they could charge at least 1,000% more for it. Because I got it for $20 online, a little kid's one, and it's only a foot. You could go higher if you're 5 feet tall. You could go 60 inches without being rude. I feel like that's about a tall guy,
You could put a bunch of clips on it too for glow sticks, right?
Yeah,
that's always big, and then
you could have little pockets for your phone. I've thought about this a lot.
Do you have to hold it, or does it attach?
You have to hold it. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. You could put on a headband, kind of one of those old braces headgear sets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was attached to your shoulders, you could headbang and still,
Oh, well, I used to headbang when I was younger, but I mean much younger, 15, 16. And even then I had a crook in my neck after that. So I can't imagine doing that now. I think that's a fool's game. So.
I don't know. I've only been to one music concert in my life, so I'm not an expert on this. But do you sit there totally stationary, or are you dancing, or would it work?
Well, it depends on the concert, right? If you're there to dance, you don't really care if you can see the stage or not, right? So if you want to see the stage because it's a more visual show, like the Flaming Lips, let's just say, right? Something like that, you want to see the stage. Mm-hmm. So it would be really nice to have that option to just be a 6 foot tall man for 2 seconds.
I think maybe things like Astro World might have been avoided if more people had these collapsible periscopes.
Yeah. You'd be out of the fray. Because there's been so many times in my life where my friends were like, let's try to get closest to the stage. I'm like, I don't understand the vantage point that you're going for. Let's do it. And I was at an MSI show, 4 rows back. And the intro song began, everybody was hopping up and down, And somebody ended up putting their elbow right in that little, what's that called? Sternum? Yeah, right into my sternum. And I couldn't really breathe. So I ended up passing out, mid everybody bouncing up and down. And there's this video of me at Clutch Cargo's from that concert, just being carried across the crowd like Jesus. So I don't go that close anymore.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
you need that vantage point to be able to see up and above.
Yeah.
No, I have you can't see it through here, but I have just a couple years ago I got an elbow to the forehead, and so my forehead was all throughout because I was again in the same thing. I wanted to be up front, but there's a price. There's a price.
You could for the Periscope, you could have like a mannequin head at the top of the Periscope that looked like your head.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could wear like a trench coat that covers your real head, so like a Scooby Doo type Inspector Gadget.
I go to bars, people would try to fight me. I'm like, no, sir. Not this outfit, no.
Not this outfit, yeah.
Right. Put a Red Wings jersey on in Chicago. They instantly are like trying to hit me in the back of the head. Stop it, sir.
They hit you in the head and the head just falls off. And they just
Oh my God. Of course he's tripping already. Oh my God.
Right.
Like, that'll teach you to trip this hard, Kevin. Go home.
You sold me. I'm sold.
Right? Got it.
Oh yeah.
You have a title for them, like concert Periscope, or a clever title?
Ooh, what would be a good one? Maybe like something like that's a pun off of Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Like tall, viewed and going.
Tall eyes, high eyes, something about the eyes being high.
High eyes.
Pun off of Shaq, like Shakira, but Shaq, hyphen era. I don't know.
With the whole festival crowd, actually, like High Eyes, that works pretty well. You're selling these at like Electric Forest or Lollapalooza.
You can just go like small to tall. Something stupid like
Ooh,
that.
from small to tall. There you go.
Small to tall. There you go. Or that could be the tagline.
Rafters for ravers.
Oh, there you go.
Little people, big peeps.
Yeah. Little
Nice.
Peepers.
Peepers, that
Yeah, I could totally see them saying that as a tag. You got those peepers? You got those new peepers? Yeah, I got mine in camo, my peepers. Like, yeah, peepers. There we go.
That's such a creepy word. I don't know.
It
Peepers.
is. It has to be creepy enough that people want to keep saying the name, right? Because it's like, ooh, dangerous. But cutesy enough that they want to actually have it on the side of their product.
Mm-hmm.
Peepers. I think that's a good suggestion.
I like it.
I'm just trying to think, can you combine all of the creepy, gross words like moist peepers, or like what are the other gross words?
Well, there's like peeping Toms, right? So you could be like peeping Tamara. No.
Peeping Tamara, yeah.
Peeping fans.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, for me, I just keep thinking of like raves, and I keep thinking of like drugs, right? Like rave drugs.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find like a play on words for like how we could implement drugs into this. Again.
Yeah, because ecstasy and extension maybe but people maybe wouldn't get the pun.
Yeah.
Ecstasy, yeah.
Or maybe do like
Ecstasy? Is that what you said?
Extension, but with 3 X's,
SEE at the end.
Yeah, and then it's ecstasy. Yep, ecstasy.
You could have like a part of it that can like contain the drugs also.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an unofficial built-in feature. Absolutely. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What does this compartment do? Oh, it doesn't say in the brochure. I don't know.
That's not what I bought it for at all. No.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's wrap it up. Anybody have any shows you want to plug, or podcasts, or things you're doing that you want to promote?
I've got a Demented Peach competition this Saturday at Presidential Brewing down in Portage.
I got a mic at Biggs in Chesterfield this Thursday, and then this Sunday I'm going to be at the Night Spot in Twin Lakes, Michigan, for 20 minutes set, which I'm pretty excited for.
Nice. I run the Plymouth Roadhouse open mic. It's every other Wednesday, so this coming Wednesday we're doing it. I'll also be at the Tiki Bar at Walled Lake on the 26th. So
likewise, yeah, well, I'll be there. So definitely,
cool.
I'm doing the new Lansing one on the 20th. I don't remember what it's called though.
This has been a production of Planet Amp Podcast, powered by Pinecast.